Can I be heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Ew.
Order in the court. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Hi.
Hi. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of
Be Uplifted.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's been so long.
Yep.
It's, you know the alarm?
Yeah.
Is
Is that what that is? I like it. I need you to do the butterfly again, though. Be uplifted.
Yeah.
I love when you do that.
But you guys are the ones that are on camera when we say it.
Right.
Not when you do the dual screen thingy.
Well,
You do that- you
Vince
do that
isn't Vince isn't
sometimes.
like that.
He's not like that.
It makes editing easier, but Vince
Oh,
isn't
I
like
see.
that.
I see.
Yeah.
That's why
I don't like that.
he doesn't like it, guys.
We could always outvote him though.
I vote yes.
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Y'all can try. Where are you guys gonna record at?
Damn, I knew he was gonna say that, man. Why was he gonna say that, man? I'm just kidding.
I guess I gotta wait, like how I'm waiting to get this ring.
Oh, segue.
I had to get on your guys' level.
I was like, get it, girl. She is back, guys.
If you like it, you should have put a ring on it. No.
Damn, Jason's about to be like, I'm gonna stop this episode right here.
I mean, no pressure, but you know.
But pressure.
Are you going on a long road trip soon? You could play it like as you guys are driving.
You know what? Tomorrow we actually are. We're driving to
But it's not
Temecula.
coming out
Oh,
tomorrow.
nice. It's gonna be like super.
She's like, not tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you crazy.
I do actually have another road trip coming up. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
You just casually play it, you know?
I should.
Nice way to make it awkward.
It's just Alina in the car.
Oh, okay. And you looking at him like
I sit in the back, so I'm gonna just go. You know, like the rear view.
the mirror. Yeah.
Be like this.
Give him the
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
of death through the mirror. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about, should we introduce or tell our subject or topic?
Oh, introduce.
Yeah, quickly introduce,
Okay.
right?
For those who are new, hi, my name is Lonnie.
My name is Ari.
For those who are new, I'm Vincent, and the ones that have been here before, I'm still Vincent.
And I'm Rich.
So awkward. But follow our
Stares
Instagram.
blankly into
Yeah.
the camera.
I am Rich.
Oh yeah, look at me when I'm talking to you. Remember? I love that part.
Look at me, Miss Little Puppet.
From the speaker box episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So today our topic. Oh shit! What is our topic? Hold on. Okay, our topic is reservations for marriage.
Yeah. The first thing you do is you gotta lock the location.
Yep.
Make sure that the venue is available. Then you should. Then what's it called? The caterers, the DJ, the photographers.
Call Lonnie.
Make sure that they're reserved.
You're
Get
on the
a-
right track. Yeah.
Yeah. Get a planner.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the first thing should be is a planner.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So call Lonnie for that.
Yeah.
Well, first you need to set a date, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going on the wrong road. We're going
But what leads up to that?
what?
Like,
Oh, proposal.
yeah.
Yeah, I need that ring, that proposal.
Yeah. So basically, what you do is you get the rest of your football team to dance in the street, and then you hold up signs that say
flash
prom.
mob? Oh,
Yeah.
a
Promposal.
Flash mob.
I've thought about how I'd want to be proposed to, and that is definitely not it.
Would you want family present or would you want it to be private
Private first, and then like
after?
after see all the family. Just because I know Jason's very like he gets nervous, and I would want him to say everything he'd want to say. to
That
me.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
So he's all down on one knee. He's like, gee, so.
But I would want a photographer or a videographer at least. Too.
Okay.
Fucking long lens. You're like down the street.
trying to be slick.
Paparazzi.
See Rich vlogging. What's up, guys?
Do you think she'll say yes? Put it in the comments.
Right. We'll go live on Twitch.
Like for part 2.
So since Vince already went down the explanation of how to make reservations for marriage, like literally, what exactly was? Did I say exactly?
I didn't catch that. You caught that.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, exactly. Do we mean about reservations? Like, let's elaborate.
Okay, so but even before I had my kid, I feel like I was doing all the wifey duties. You know, I for sure was making the meals, doing the prepping for the lunches, folding the clothes. Like I was doing that and the full 9 yards, like financial stuff, even till now. Like, but I'm like, yo, how much more longer do I have to wait till I can get the ring?
So the ring's important?
To be honest, to me, yes.
I can answer this, but I'll let you guys go first.
We're not trying to end the episode so early.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's so you want the
I
you want
don't.
the ring?
I would rather. Okay, because we've kind of talked about this before. Where do you care about when people say marriage? They think of like the wedding, right? Of course, I'm a wedding planner. Whatever, a wedding would be nice, but I personally want the marriage. Like I even told him, even if we just went to the courthouse, I'm okay with that. Like I would want us to be married because I feel like we're more of like a unit now, more so, and because of obviously now like legal reasons and things like that. But yeah,
It's just what it represents to you.
for sure. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that, you know, the girls, their end goal is getting married, but then that's the beginning. Now, and I'm not trying to throw you under the bus
Yeah.
or call you out on anything, but like, are you living comfortably?
Comfortably, yeah.
Like the ideal
Yeah.
like family setting and everything. Because here's my thing. I'm not gonna marry a girl until I'm ready. And the way that I know that I'm ready is I'm able to provide for her the way that she deserves. So if I can't get you your house, if I can't let you buy something reasonably without looking at the bank account first, I'm not gonna marry you.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because a big part of being married is a wedding. In most cases,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say in your particular
yeah.
case, but in most cases, a big part of the marriage is a wedding,
Right.
right? So, do you think that your family is financially prepared to start marriage in debt?
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So that's basically if I know that I love you, if I know that I want everything that's going to come in the future to be with you by my side, I will want to marry you. But if I can't provide that future for you, I'm not going to marry you.
So, because I'm doing everything that I should be doing, I feel like as a wife, do I stop or do I, like, where does that line?
No, because you have
cross?
to maintain being wifey material.
Okay.
Because just because your last name changes, because you're on tax documents and stuff like that, doesn't mean that you should change how much you love each other. Right? And that doesn't change how much you should show each other that you love each other. But in order for you to get to that point where you have that goal of being married and everything like that, you have to be responsible
So, how long should I wait then?
as long as it takes.
Well, okay, to put it out there, obviously, like I waited, I'm still waiting, and I don't mind waiting because initially, like, yeah, what difference does it make whether we get married or not?
But I guarantee you, if you won the lotto, the only time that it will take for you between him winning the lotto and you guys being married is the time that it takes to plan it. You know what I'm saying? But if he's working and he's grinding, but it's a slower progress. Of course, it's going to take longer.
Yeah.
I definitely see it from both sides. Like, I understand the noble and, like, kind of, like, expected thing for the guy to, like, want to have before he starts a family, you know? But I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of women, they come from this, which is not necessarily a good thing, but a lot of women come from this, like, fairy tale type of thing, you know, where they're like, I want the beautiful story, even if we're not financially stable, we'll build together, you know, like, I want us to do this as a team, and I don't want that to be like a factor. I think that's kind of where we're at sometimes with it.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Yeah. And especially because, you know, not that outside perspective should matter, but people see everything that, like, put me, for example, that I'm providing to my family. The only thing left really now is to be married and have our own property. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why, just because, what is the steps that we need to take in order for us to get there?
One of the steps, this might be This might be a fucked up thing to say, but one of the steps that I think that your man should take, or a guy in his position should take, is I think he should put himself on child support. Just to protect himself. I'm not saying that you guys are going to to break up or anything like that, but you know, nobody starts a relationship planning on that.
Right.
But you know, he could fuck himself over if like things split up, and I don't even think of you as the type of person to chase somebody down for child support if that were to ever happen. But for the audience that's listening, you should put yourself on child support because you could prove that you've been taking care of it, and it's just recycling is coming back to you.
Right.
Do you have any
Rich
thoughts?
is, like,
You're very
quiet.
quiet.
I feel like you have a lot of like.
I was just waiting for that. Vince is totally wrong speech. Yeah.
No, I just there's a lot of talk about, you know, you guys have, there's a lot of talk about us, right? Us. It's a team. But yet you guys planning around yourself instead of around the team.
Yeah, like that's a question
Like
too.
that goes for Vince and that goes for you. It's like you guys aren't thinking about the relationship. He's thinking about his side being able to complete this, and you're over here on this side thinking you need this. But realistically, you guys are not together as a team to think about how it works out in, you know, as a whole.
So what is that supposed to look like, you think, in your opinion?
To be honest with you, I do think about that too, but I also know that I'm thinking logically and
Not
not
Right.
emotionally. So I'm like, I'm right.
But
Right,
no,
yeah.
but you can think logically in that sense. But a lot of times it's just like, again, these topics are always like verses, but relationship isn't a versus
Exactly.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So then
Like-
tell us how would a couple approach that without it being like a where they're both meeting halfway?
If like as Vince says, if you guys are not financially secure yet to actually have a wedding and have it, then you can't, you know.
But
And
she said,
but-
I'll
but
go to the courthouse.
you'll go to the courthouse. But then again, at that point, you're not understanding what his vision is too. He might not want the courthouse. He might want to take you down the aisle for the very first time, seeing you in white and actually giving you this you know this event that you'll remember forever. But he might be working towards that too. But yet you're pressuring him and you're telling him, I don't really want that. I don't want your dream. I want mine. And I want mine now. You know what I mean? You've never talked to him how he wants a perfect wedding to be?
To be honest, and I'm not even like, okay, to defend myself and him, like
Yeah.
we have really have talked about it. Like, obviously, because now that we have Alina and we've been seriously talking about wanting to have another one. Recently I just got my birth control in, and now like our goal is within the 3 years that we get financially stable, more stable than where we at right now, and get married and have another one. Because I told him I'm not gonna pop another one out until
Right.
we're married, just so the reason of like us being a unit and a relationship. And I've even asked him like, so what do you, he doesn't like attention, he doesn't like big extravagant things like that. Like, he, if anything, he'd be like, as a wedding, he'll be like, cool, a new PC, I'm straight. Like, that's happy wedding day to us. You know what I mean? But for and I feel like me compromising to say like I'm down to just go to the courthouse,
Right.
I feel like that's my compromise.
Yeah, I see.
Because of the fact that like, yeah, of course I want this big wedding thing. Like, it's something that I see almost every weekend. It's something that I plan. It's something that like I visioned and been like planning since I was younger or whatever, you know?
But is he down for that?
He would be down for it if it was financially there, but really he's down to just go to the
Right.
courthouse. And we've
Yeah.
been realistic. It's like, we have a daughter now. She's gonna get more expensive as she gets older, so that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, I'm down for a courthouse wedding, and then maybe have like a small little ass reception of just having our family together.
Maybe deep down inside, he's thinking, like, as soon as we make it official, whether big wedding or not, I should be able to, as Vince says, be able to take my wife and my family and build up. Right? So sometimes it's like, at this point, it might not necessarily, he might still be trying to save up to build, to be able to build up.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you just said though, you said you had a plan 3 years from now, right? But earlier when you were talking, it seemed like you Where's my ring?
Just depending on the ring.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like where's my ring now? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm saying, but I think now I have a better understanding that when you say,
yeah,
but you
I
know,
think that's
yeah, yeah.
wrong. Someone needs to review the
Right.
tape.
no, I mean, I joke around like, yeah, where's my ring at? You know, because it's,
yeah, but jokes are always half
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah.
When a guy hears that, bro, it really if you're working your way up and it really starts to crush you, like mentally it starts to crush you when you hear the jokes and it's almost like I'm not there yet. I can't even provide that. And that pervade that actually starts to like basically like start to like wear you
Belittle.
down.
Yeah.
No, it wears you down mentally because now now my wife should have me up here, but when she's mentioning it to her friends, she's actually like starting to crush me because now her friends are looking at me like I can't provide her what
she wants.
and what I should as a man.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely hear you. But for like the sake of the argument, I guess, for other people hearing too, it's like the whole give and take, right? The whole team effort thing. If I'm putting this much effort too, and I'm like, here, I'm making more bread for all of us, and we're achieving those goals of getting that house or whatever the goal is, right? And the only thing left is to propose, then what else is it going to take?
Yeah.
For
But it's, I mean, as I said, your plan is 3 years, right? But you don't really mention 3 years to anybody. So sometimes when you make those jokes, like when you mention it, even if you have a plan, it still kind of sucks when you hear it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I've been there too, where you get mentioned and it's like, fuck. Then now like it seems like all the eyeballs are looking at you in
Yeah.
the room.
Yep.
And I don't mean it as in a way where like you're wrong or whatever. I'm just saying like that's when you don't mention that you have a 3-year plan.
Yeah.
What people hear is really damaging to the man too.
Right.
I have a question because this happened to someone in my family. For you, I think another female perspective is, how come he won't marry you?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you that he doesn't want to put a ring on it? You know, and I've heard that multiple times from different people.
Yeah.
So.
And I've even heard it too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's another, like, not to like justify why we want it, you know, because I definitely hear and understand your guys' point like heavy, but that's a perspective that I think people don't think about or talk about much. It's like
Exactly.
like people do get asked that a lot, like females all the time, you know.
But that's because they don't know that there's a plan. Like
Right.
if you actually if you say, hey, why won't he marry you? And you go, oh no, he will. We just right now we're working towards it. So in the next 3 years when we're more financially set, because people don't hear that. So that's again, if you don't say anything, perception is reality.
Right.
Yeah, have your man's back. Fucked up.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it gets brought up, I for sure do. Like, there's been so
Definitely.
many
It's just between you and
times.
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah. Sorry, pause. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, this stop?
Oh
Sorry, we had a
Whoa,
quick guest.
whoa.
I was like, how
we have
else do I
special
signal?
guest.
Blink 1,000
Come,
times.
come here. Say what's up.
Don't stop on behalf of me.
Yeah.
This is my brother.
Hey.
Hey.
You know
Say-
you guys are recording. Yo.
Hello.
We have another
It's my
DJ in the
brother.
house.
Yep.
Yep, he's dope too.
He's hella dope.
I forgot my train of thought.
She was too
Oh,
busy
okay.
blinking at us.
I was like, how else do I cue somebody?
I, th-
Like,
I,
got
I
Tourette's
actually
or
thought you were gonna
something.
start crying. I was like, wait. I gotta go get a
I
tissue.
definitely knew it wasn't
No,
crying.
no,
was
I was
just
not
like, something's
crying.
happening here. That's why I was
I was like,
I'm still listening. Family first, though. Let me.
Oh, yeah,
check.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
good,
for
you're
sure.
of
No,
course,
good.
yes.
and I mean, okay, like to be honest and transparent, like we didn't really have this plan until like I got my birth control in, or like we talked about what kind of birth control I should have or whatever. But like I hear his family even has asked him too, and I've told him like when we're ready, you know, like when
Right.
like and honestly, like there's no big change besides my last name being
Yeah.
whatever, and then obviously all these different documents and stuff like that. But it just sucks though when you constantly have to hear it and you have to explain yourself,
Right.
and then it's like, because I feel like the girls get it more than the guys.
Yeah.
Right. The guys know when guys talk, they're fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some sort of like venom when it comes to women.
And it
Yeah.
sucks that you guys get to like play around like that, and then you're all, oh yeah, whatever. But when we say it, and like, I jokingly joke it, like of course there's half-ass where I'm like, yeah, I do want the ring. I kind of want your last name, but like if you propose to me today, I'm like, yes, yes, you can even fucking go get me $100 ring. I don't give a shit. Yes, but like, when guys fuck around with each other with their homeboys, like, yo, you gonna marry that bitch or what?
Right.
And then like for girls, when we say to you guys, it still kind of hurts. So that sucks that we get that flat. Like,
No, I don't think it hurts as much if it's like the group of friends, because it's joking. But when it's coming from you specifically,
Yeah.
then it's almost like they can't. It's almost like
it's like a weird equal but different pain, right? Like, so
Right.
you're hearing it directly from your person,
Right.
but your person is hearing it from a multitude of different people. So it's like different types of pain,
Right.
but just like
It's
just
all
as
pain.
deep. Yeah,
It
you know what I mean?
It's just that I think within men itself, like I remember, I couldn't really propose to my daughter's mom at one point, only because I didn't feel as though I was there yet. Like even if it was just simply like, yeah, let's get together for the sake of the family, like as you said, like
Yeah.
we just do it like you just want to get it done.
Right.
It just didn't feel right. For some reason, it just didn't feel as though I've gotten myself to that level where I can give you the proper, the proper proposal, the proper engagement, the proper life.
yeah.
And it wasn't anything like, it was more subliminal. It was more mental than it was anything else.
Yeah.
And it was like anytime I would hear it from friends, it would have been like, you could shrug it off like, it'll happen. But when I hear her say it, it's almost it stung a little bit more.
So, in hindsight, now that you've been through that, right? Like, how do you think is a healthy way for a couple to talk about that and approach that situation? Like, if you were to go back and be like, I should have said this and she should have said that, and we might have been able to work through it.
I think because I went through it before, I could probably handle it a lot better now. I'm more mature, and I could like just shrug it off. But a lot of it is always, again, you plan for the team, instead of planning for you individually.
So kind of just both like definitely communicate and
yeah,
set
because
expectations together.
Yeah, because what you do is that what you end up doing is that you have this plan, and guys have like these these not necessarily boundaries, but they have these hurdles they need to climb mentally, and like you got to get the like as Vince says, he has to be able to financially support you or get you the house, blah blah blah. But you can't plan that by yourself.
Right.
You can't plan that in secret.
Yeah.
Right. And but a lot of times, men especially, they're not apt to, or they're not able to actually convey their feelings in that sense, because Vince will always say, well, I'm just thinking logically. But if you're thinking logically, but you're thinking to yourself,
How's she supposed to know that?
how does she know that you actually have a plan?
See, that's a good point, because probably if Jason had come to you like, hey, babe, so a year from now, this is what I was thinking, it would probably be just as comforting.
Yeah,
right?
and I mean, and he does give me reassurance in a different way, and I feel like I give him reassurance in a different way too. So that's why, like, yeah, it may sound, I come off like, no, bitch, I want this shit now. Like, of course I want it now.
Right.
But like in actuality and reality and where I'm standing at, like, I understand it's gonna take time, but he'll give me reassurance, like when he talks to his coworkers, he's like, oh, I'm on the phone with wifey, or like when I go out, if you guys see me and I have a ring on my left hand, he didn't give it to me, but I do it because I just don't want other people hitting on me, and I don't want to deal with that shit,
Right.
So it's like those little things where we get that reassurance back from each
There's
other,
that understanding, yeah.
and I know it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. I'm just waiting for that time frame,
But then again, also there's also that middle ground, right? Like, if you're really with your baby mama and you guys are not officially married, you don't have to get married the minute you put that ring on either.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
no.
true.
You know what I mean?
And it's crazy. It's funny that you talk about this, because I've literally was just talking about this yesterday with with Shell. I said, even if he proposed to me like tomorrow, I want to enjoy our engagement and build up that money or whatever for like a year and a half to 2. After that 2 years, like, let's have our wedding.
What if it's 5 years? Would you still?
Yeah, I'd be okay with it too. Because I understand how, I guess it's different coming from me because I understand how much work and how much money and all that goes into having a wedding. So it's hard for me to give an answer based off of that.
You talked to Shell about this?
Yeah.
What did Jason say?
Jason wasn't really in the room. No, yeah, he wasn't in the room.
I think my point is,
You talked to Jason about it, but you missed that part. Yeah, she was talking about how they have a lot of.
it's okay if I
discussions
missed
about
it. We got to start over.
Okay.
I wasn't here. No.
Basically, I just said that we have a plan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a plan.
Cool.
We start over. Yeah, we have a plan. And
All
it's
right.
yeah, we're back to square one. We got a
You
plan.
can listen to the episode.
I'll listen to it.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So if a girl who wasn't me, who was so understanding and doesn't talk, and she says, you know, I do basically everything that I said. Oh, I do the dishes, I do the whole housewife thing, and I go to work and do this and this and that and this and that. Like, what should she do more, or what should she do less of to achieve where she wants to be at the end goal of the proposal?
I know what they're gonna say.
Yeah, I feel like I do too, but I just asking it for the.
Well, okay, so there's this proposal, right? And then there's a ring.
Look at their faces.
Oh, they're so
They're
like,
so annoyed.
I know. I'm asking for the purpose of the podcast.
No,
No, we're going to answer for the purpose of the
I'm gonna
podcast.
answer for the purpose of the podcast. I'm saying, okay, so
Help me out,
So,
Their
Ari.
face is like
Help me out, Ari. This is
as
what
you're talking.
I know.
no, because I was just thinking, like, so she's
you, girl,
saying
I
she
got
does all the dishes, all the laundry, she watches the kids, she does all the housework.
And she works. Let's say she works.
Okay,
too.
and then she works. So she just wants the ring because of that. Does anything change after she gets the ring, or does it remain the same?
So what? And that's what like another person would say is like, what's the purpose of her doing all that if you're gonna get the same thing at the end, like after you get.
So what's the
married?
purpose of the man actually working and keeping?
But what if the
House
girl
owner.
is the one that's providing?
Yeah.
Does it change anything?
So what does the guy do? So why is she with a guy that's not providing shit?
No, they are both working, but she makes more, pays more of the bills. Not her literally, but like the girl. Like, what would you? I'm just like, again, for the sake of the podcast, scenario wise, like the girl is the breadwinner,
Okay.
and that's like something that means a lot to her. Like, you know, I would love to get married.
So let's say she proposed to you.
Yeah, if she's the breadwinner, why wouldn't she propose?
So you're not against that.
I'm not against it. It's not what I prefer, though.
Would you say no?
Oh, I would say no matter what. I don't want to get married.
Oh, we don't. Okay, we know that.
Wait, I will get married. I will get married if we can have our honeymoon in the Dominican Republic.
That's not a very hard ask for
Yeah.
a woman.
Yeah, because in the Dominican Republic is the only place that you can file for a divorce without having the other party involved.
Oh, that's
He
smart.
really looked into this.
Yeah, that's his plan. That's
Okay.
a fair.
See, I have a plan too. We could both do this shit, Lonnie. I have a plan too.
Got it.
No,
Noted.
okay.
Just kidding.
What was the original question?
Like, what are things that girls could do? Like, if someone was listening and a girl's like, okay, bet, like, you're right, I should do my quote unquote part, right? Like, what are those type of things that a man would want to help her inch her way towards the wife proposal or whatever? And I know your answer is, why does that change anything? But say it does for her, what would your answer be?
So
Okay.
I would say that, you know, her reaction to that stuff. What's up?
No, I was gonna ask,
look annoyed.
Okay.
no, I was gonna ask a question. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
like-
No, I
was-
want to
was-
know your question because it might
No,
help me answer
Okay, well, like, okay. What's so fucking special about this dude?
Oh, that because she's the breadwinner. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
okay,
Yeah.
so you're saying she's a breadwinner. She does all the housework, all the laundry, all the cleaning, all the cooking. Why does she fucking want to marry that motherfucker?
Because she loves him.
No, she does. No,
That is her baby daddy.
So she wants another child. That's not. That,
I don't know.
First
I'm
of,
just making
We're just
first of
I
all,
mean-
how many women are really attracted to a guy like that?
They had twins.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like those
Okay.
types of scenarios. It's almost like I'm trying to figure out what makes this fucking guy so attractive.
Let's be realistic though, okay? Like I'm sure we've asked guys like, "Hey, can you help us do a part around the house?" So let's say it's equal.
so that
No,
they're making
add a
money.
plus mark to that.
Yeah, for real.
It sucks because we're those fucking women that understand their point and we can't argue back.
I know.
No,
we need
like-
someone
No.
that's a girl.
No, but then you guys will just get somebody will say, well, he just has to marry me because of love. Like it's the emotion. But I want to know why this guy who doesn't do shit
'Cause
around the
love-
house.
Love should be enough.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You know what? Here, I'm gonna.
That's why I'm like singing and going. Like I look annoyed, but I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
is-
what he's
how the
thinking
fuck
about.
This guy?
No,
Who the
see-
fuck is this guy?
He's like, I can't get nobody, and I actually do shit.
You know what though? Here, let me try to throw a perspective.
Okay.
And seriously,
Please.
so what the way that you guys are asking, it sounds like it's a demand or a chore or something like that.
It's like a
but then
justification.
I've said before, if a girl knows how to say thank you, we'll give you more reasons to say thank you. You know, we want to feel appreciated. But then if you're gonna constantly nag us, it's oh, can
What
you
if
take
it's
out the
not
trash?
naggy? Like, what if the girl just like says to you, like what Rich says, like,
Okay,
just have an
but that's
open
not based off
communication?
of what you think. It's based on whoever's hearing it. So if the way that you're saying it makes us hear that you're nagging us,
Okay, to me, nagging is something multiple times. But I'm saying, like, if she came to you, like, say after 12 years of being together and was like,
12
you know, just something like that, and was just like, hey, do you think like it's kind of a conversation I'd like to have? Like, is that wrong of her to want to have that conversation?
it's not wrong, but it's the way that you guys ask and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I knew that it was gonna make my girl happy, of course I would want to do it. But if I knew that if the way that she was asking me made it seem like that's the only way I'm gonna make her happy, I'll just be like, fucking ungrateful bitch.
12 years? Like at 12 years, I want to ask the dude why he hasn't proposed to her.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, because I actually had a friend that was like that.
So what?
like,
Ask him. Like, I mean, I couldn't answer that because I couldn't
he
go.
couldn't answer the question. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, I'm just not ready. But they had like 5 kids. Like it was like heavy. Everybody was like, what the fuck is this motherfucker waiting for?
Yeah, and
you
I guess
know?
that goes back to the question, like, how long does that
Right.
person wait?
Right, because there was no rhyme or reason, and then they finally did get married. They were financially more stable before, and then he ended up like getting a different job and whatever. But then they ended up getting married, and that's kind of like that was like maybe there's always like that one-off case, and maybe that was them, but like it was like a 10. Almost 11-year relationship. Everybody wondered why they weren't getting married. There was no rhyme or reason. We would all talk to him, and he was the homie.
Yeah.
He was super open. He's like, I don't know, I'm just not ready.
Maybe he was one of those stubborn guys too. That after a while, the more people egged him on, the more he just didn't want to do it. Just
Maybe.
Exactly.
because it makes it sound like I'm
it's-
doing it because everybody
it's
else.
giving
does.
Vince.
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to be up there or like standing in front of all of my friends and family, and we're doing it, and instead of everybody saying congratulations, everybody's saying finally. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about like his family, but like none of us said it to him, like the
Right.
friends. So maybe it was the family. So maybe.
All I'm just thinking about is this one video, and I know y'all know what video I'm talking about.
Which one?
When they were up on the thing, and then she pulls out her vows, and then she blows on it, and all the dust comes out.
No, that's a good one, but no, there's another one.
Oh.
Where he finally proposed, and she was like, final fuckingly yes!
Oh yeah. I'm
No,
sure a
it's-
lot of women have felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, even at that, even if it is a joke, like now we're the butt of the joke, and we don't want that. You know?
So if I do blow some baby powder off my vows, it's not funny.
It'll be funny.
Well,
It'll
I
be
mean,
funny as
if-
shit.
if-
But then, like,
it'll
I'm
be-
not the guy standing next to you.
Yeah, I think when you're actually at the altar,
Then you can have a sense of
then
humor.
you can have a
about-
sense of
yeah.
humor. Like the guys
Okay.
will put "help me" on,
Right.
save me on their shoe or whatever. I think you're okay at that point.
And I also think it depends on your relationship,
Relationship, yeah.
right? Like if you guys have banister like that,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, and I mean, if you guys really know me and Jason, like we talk about this often. Like, I play around and joke like that only because like I know he knows I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
have
whatever.
that relationship.
Yeah.
I just don't see any change. Like, so I can see where a girl would have that concern where she wants to get married and everything like that. But at the same token, that doesn't change anything. And why is it only about what the girl wants?
Well, what I was going to say was the video that we had watched that was kind of in relation to this was the opposite end of the spectrum. So give me some of your guys' thoughts. The guy was basically saying like, you know, there are God-given, or however you want to call it, like societal given roles, right? Like the man should be the provider, and he agreed with that. And he was like, however, you expect us dating you to pay for your nails, to pay for your hair, to get your freaking, you know, take you to the spa, get your massage on, take you on a shopping spree, yet I'm not your husband yet. So why should I do that for you? Because those types of love and pampering should be reserved for my wife. Like, she should be the only one to deserve that. Like, I'm not going to extend myself that much until she becomes my wife. Like, what do you guys think about that?
I think that's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's dumb too.
Yeah. If you think that your girl deserves something, give it to her, regardless of what her title is.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Again, it's another way for somebody to pop themselves on a fucking pedestal. They're just thinking about themselves again.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
it's all about you.
But again, like when you said thank you, like I would do that for my girl regardless of her title. So what would the title? How would that even matter?
Well, I'm saying thank you as in like speak up, because that's it's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not a lot of people go based off of that though. Like in our society now, and the generation that we live in, it's like they are like, well, I'm not gonna give him this and that because he's not doing this. Well, she's not giving me this or that. Then whatever. Like if they, I don't want to say worked for it, but if you guys really love each other and are putting in the same amount of effort and are like a healthy relationship, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah.
I just think that, you know, like listening to some guys like that, sometimes I just feel like I can smell the hurt. It's almost like you put yourself in a position where where you gave yourself up or emotionally whatever to this one person, and you just got burned. So what do you do then? You concoct this new image of like
Build a wall.
Yeah, you build this wall, and then now you want to say, nah, I'm only going to reserve that when I actually get married. And why would I have to give that to you when you're simply just my girlfriend? Because you got burned before,
Yeah.
right? But again, you don't have to date those fucking people. As soon as you sense it, then fucking leave.
You know,
Why are you worrying about? What are you worrying about at that point? You guess what? Then you go find somebody,
Yeah.
go to church or whatever, read a fucking book, go find a girl that would actually be that one for you.
Like
Yeah.
Pacers on a Tuesday.
Yes, $2 steak nights. Come join us.
And I feel like too, maybe this is something like I should have done, but really like life didn't happen in the cards that I was planning it, or when Jason and I first got together. Like, okay, hey, since we've known each other for this many years, I'm not saying this is what I would have told him, because obviously things change, but hey, we've known each other for 9 years. I think we should, I would like to be married by this many times, or this many years. I mean, this many years. I mean, you know, and like, do you think that's something that you would appreciate if a woman came up front about it?
Or do you think that's like too soon? Like she shouldn't even be talking about that? Or would you rather her be up front?
If I were in this conversation, I would have tuned out a long time ago.
Yeah, I would have too.
I would have said anything to shut you up. I'll be honest. This is me being real.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a conversation that I just want to be like put into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like,
If it's
But I think she's thinking about not wanting to waste your time.
yeah, but there's so many stipulations, right? Like you're not trying to grow a relationship. You're trying to actually like
Have the fucking wedding. And
force
like,
somebody to live by your standards.
yeah.
You know, as I said, like again, like we talked about last podcast, right? We talked about businesses. A lot of times, you get people to try to that they build their business around them and not around the business. So you get into a relationship and you build a relationship around you, but not around the relationship. It's doomed to fail.
I asked that too because okay, like I'm like a reality show hardcore. Like
Same.
that is my little guilty pleasure, you know. And one of the things that I watch is have you guys heard of the show called Love Is Blind? So
Yes.
they don't get to see each other. They only get to
Right,
talk
like
to
the
each
little
other.
pods, you know, whatever.
Yeah, the little
like the-
pods,
yeah.
right? And one of the things you always hear these people saying is, I liked dating here because we all knew we were here for the same thing. You know, they all say like, I was tired of being in the dating game because I never knew if someone was just down to fuck or like whatever. And like a lot of people say that in the show. They're like, yeah, I like coming here. I came here because I know that the people here are serious about getting married, you know? So I kind of feel like that is kind of like opposite to what you're saying. Like you
Yeah.
should cultivate, whereas like some people think like,
No, I really think that show, what attracts people the most is not the fact that they're meeting somebody that's there to get married. That could be the premise.
It's the drama.
But not only that,
I mean,
but
obviously it's a fucking reality show, but
Yeah.
but what happens? What happens during that show? Do they ever see each other? Not rarely, right?
no, they don't get to see each
I
other
know,
until yeah.
the end. So what happens between then? What do they do?
What do you mean?
Talk.
Talk.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the premise of it, right?
So it's the communication that actually get people attracted to each other.
That's true. Because they all have the same goal, but not all of them click, right?
Yeah. How many of those guys have actually clicked and got married? Probably none. But what attracts you the most in that is that you're actually talking to somebody that you saying have the same kind of goal, like marriage. It doesn't
Right.
have to happen now or whatever.
Right.
It's just that I want to get married, but then you're actually through the conversations you're building.
A relationship.
building a
Which is
relationship.
what you're talking about. Like you
Yes.
have to build it first.
Yeah, you have to build it first. You don't
It's kind of just like a quick drive-by version of it,
like
right?
what would happen if some girl walks up and then she
I
walks
was waiting for him to pull that shit out.
she walks up to the pod, right, and starts talking. You know, the other guy's like on the lounge, like reading a book or whatever,
Right.
and goes, "Hey, this is my first time here, and I know that it's great because we're on the same page. But this is how I want my life to go in the next 5 years. She ain't gonna be successful either. The guy's gonna tune her out.
Yeah. And that you see that happen like on the show, you know, so
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, it's all about communication. No matter what people say, you gotta build a team, and then there's all these people that are just like hurt little monkeys on the internet, and they just want to spout off whatever bullshit that they have so they can create this new persona
Right.
to shield them from getting hurt again. But what you have is that if you meet that person and not the right one, out the door.
Yeah.
Like, because you're building a team. If I was going to build a team and you can't shoot a fucking basketball, you're not on my team.
Right.
I'm going to find somebody else that can shoot a basketball.
But I mean, I do think it's important to, like, at least for me, like, let's say, God forbid, or whatever, if me and Jason broke up, and let's say, like, I didn't know Vince, and I'm single or whatever, and he said he doesn't want, before the whole Dominican Republic thing, and he said he didn't want to get married, and I said, okay, well, then I'm not for you because Michael is wanting to get married.
Yeah. Then you
So
move on.
it's different whether it's only different because I didn't give a time frame.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you can't still get with him and hope for you to change him.
Oh no, I completely agree.
Well, that's
with
why
that
she's
part.
saying you should talk to them in the beginning, like let them know up front, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to necessarily let him know up front. You just say, you know what? I mean, I might not necessarily proceed on his advances.
Oh,
You
that's
don't-
true.
you don't
could
necessarily
just
have-
stop talking to them. That's healthy.
I guess.
I mean, why do you have to explain? I mean, you have these criterias. I mean, you have this criteria. I mean, you have this ladder that you want him to climb, and you know he's not going to climb it. Why continue after that?
No, exactly.
Yeah, but you know it. All you have to do is say, hey, so have you ever thought about getting married again? No, I'll never do it. Then next.
Yeah, exactly.
Next.
But I'm saying there's a difference though, because you are okay with me not saying a time frame, but at least be open to like saying yes or no, you would want to be married. Because you know how you said the whole drive-by thing, right? But it's not. It's different when I say, hey, yeah, we met, whatever, hit it off. Okay, been together for 3 years. Okay, well, I want to be married in 2 years or something like that. Whatever number it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that wrong for her to give that time frame at that point?
I don't. As long as it's communicated, and I think both parties kind of like.
So less demand, more communicate. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. Like
I get
I
that.
want to get married in 2 years. Since like, I just met you.
You better find somebody.
I mean, we just met, you know, and I'm pretty sure like the odds of you really like finding somebody that are going to be pretty slim. People are going to be put off. But with a reality show, you're going nowhere, right?
Right.
So there's still a chance that you know that can actually like blossom into into a relationship.
Yeah.
But in the real world, you don't have those kind of choices.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not privy to 14 guys back there waiting for their day
Exactly.
to come see you.
Yeah,
You only have one shot.
That's true. So you know how you're like, yeah, if a girl starts bringing up marriage, I'm just like, you're out. So is that right for a guy to be able to just be like, no, but it's wrong for a girl to like ask that? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
Again, I mean, it all depends on like how far into like
They're talking.
the talking or this growth that you're trying. I mean, if it's like maybe like 4 or 5 months in, maybe okay, I'll even 2 months in, because you know at 2 months, if you guys seeing each other every other day regularly, there's already a bond there. I mean, it just all depends. But
Right.
I couldn't do it on the first like.
No. I mean,
First
then
week.
there's like red flags there. Obviously, right?
do you want to marry me on the first date?
You know, like if your first conversation, like you're going out to dinner, you know, your first date, maybe your second, maybe even your third date, like within that first month, and you gotta start talking about, yeah, I'm looking to get married in the next 1.5, 2 years, and you're like,
He's like, that's a lot of pressure, bro.
that's a lot of pressure. Like I want to see the world with you first.
I mean,
That's so cute. If he says it like that, I'll be fine.
I feel like, okay, I can wait like 8 years.
I can wait like 2.5.
And she's all impatient. She's all like, okay, let's watch Aladdin.
And you're, I was about to say that.
the world.
You're about to show her the globe. Here's the world.
Nah, yeah, I think that it's just communication, and I think sometimes when we rely on like TikToks and Reels to kind of learn about each other, all you're really learning is
To fight with each other.
and how to separate each other.
Oh yeah, there's been so many TikToks that I've seen too that I don't know why fucking people send me to, where they're like, he's like, oh, where's my sandwich? Where's my ring? Like,
Wow.
like she made a sandwich and he's like, where's my sandwich? Where's my ring?
Yeah.
So funny.
Then the next day she's gonna be like, "Where's the electricity? Where's my sandwich?" Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn.
I was like, that's not a $5,000 sandwich. It's like, what the fuck?
You
It's
know,
not.
another thing too that I was thinking of that makes it a little bit harder for women, not like hard for us, but like annoying, I guess is the better word is like the competition amongst each other, right?
Like friend groups.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, like, oh my god, let me see your ring, girl. Like da 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 da. Like, and I was just, I've never been that kind of person, you know. But I remember having that feeling at one point, like, dude, they're gonna ask me for my ring, you know, or like, what
Right.
about my ring? And long story, but at the time I had his mom's engagement diamond, so it was like there was like a sentimental value to it. And then my ring was my mom's wedding band, you know. But everybody was like, oh, when are you gonna get the upgrade? You know, like people would ask me things like that, and I'm like,
Ew, that's annoying.
yeah, I'm just kind of like that's one of the aspects as a woman where I'm like, okay, now I feel like I have to show up a certain way, you know, because all of their fucking rocks are fucking huge and they have these crazy stories to go behind them. And
Yeah.
That's why, fellas, you guys buy a lab grown ring. Lab grown, but diamond.
they cost a lot less and look just as beautiful
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be more pissed if he got me a ring
that we couldn't afford.
that we couldn't afford, or like it was a house or something and we didn't have a house.
Yeah, that part. I'd rather have a house
Well, I mean,
too.
people do that with weddings. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen
Yeah.
it. It's like
I know.
$100,000,
no,
$200,000.
That's
on a wedding.
crazy to me. I'm
Fucking-
like, fuck that. No, I'm not. Never.
I can't. I can't put business out there. Yeah.
Milani's like, no. By the way, keep going with your $200,000 weddings. 'cause
Yeah. No.
First off,
You
book me
need
for
that.
that.
I know. Like, thanks for booking me, but
Yeah.
damn, dog, just for that.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's crazy.
And I'm over here giving. So here are like different, options
Package.
that fit within your budget. No, I want that one.
Right.
Damn it.
You know, yeah, I think it's more, like the whole like ring thing. I know it was kind of like a big deal back then, but now I think with Instagram and so it just, I think it's out of control. Like trying to
It
one
is.
up each other.
Yeah.
It is.
And trying to one up the proposal too, like, so they can post it and shit. Like, don't get me
Every-
wrong, I
yeah.
posted mine, but it wasn't like a let me like have the best video footage and like all this shit, you know, like
Yeah, how special is it like to get proposed at when there's 65 drones? That's all you hear. Hey,
Yeah, and okay, like to touch on that, I've when we were talking about I thought of my proposal, I only really like I'll post it or whatever, but really I wanted it for me and for me to look back on again and tell like my
Exactly.
kids the story about
that's
it.
why
or
you want the
whatever.
photographer.
Yeah.
Jason, so this is what you do. You get a Sharpie,
volcano.
write "Will you marry me" backwards on her forehead. That way, when she looks in the mirror, she can see it and she'll be surprised. And because it's Sharpie, she can look back at it.
Wow.
See? I'm romantical as fuck, homie.
I guess he's not what
You
he's
can
not.
add another point
Yeah.
for that. That was good.
Yep.
Sure. Sure.
Did you give him a -1 for what?
It was something
Because
stupid.
he's a fucking woman hater. Refer back to episode.
I don't hate women.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hate women. I just hate these women.
Oh man.
Oh,
So do you think that like as you said, with the pressures from your friend group as women, because guys don't understand that, right? They don't
Right.
understand that kind of pressure too. It's like peer pressure times 1,000 with alcohol. You know what I mean? How does a woman like how you said like you didn't really care about the ring or whatever? How do they actually like
Bring
get past that? Like how do you just say like, oh no, that ain't about me, and just move on with your friends?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I said. You know, I'm like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, and then I would like tell them like the sentimental. And, like, it was weird. It's almost like I had to have that sentimental value for them
Like
to
it
be
justify like
to
a
justify it. And it was like then it was like okay, you know, like that's fine then.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. But if I didn't tell that story, you would immediately hear like, oh, so are you waiting for the ring? Like, so you want a bigger ring then? Like, almost like they're trying to get the tea, you know? And then when I tell them like, no, it's not a big deal, they're like, oh, okay. But you can still see it on their fucking faces, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. I would just move on. I'm like, well, that's not for you to worry about. That's my shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when people have asked me like, oh, so like, when's the wedding? I'm like, when we're ready.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, we just had a kid. Chill out. Like I'd be cracking jokes back. I'm like,
Right.
I don't know. Like,
Just say Sunday. Just don't tell them which Sunday.
yeah. They're like, oh, I didn't get the invite. Damn, I guess you didn't get the invite.
Damn. Well, I bought this ring. I couldn't afford paper.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's really dumb, honestly. And then on top of that, now because of the whole social media thing, it just creates more pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
For everyone. Like, the guy has to look a certain way, the girl has to look a certain way. It's stupid.
It is.
Is that prevalent in your guys' life? Like the social media pressure? Do you guys? I mean, do you guys have like the need to, let's say, keep up with the Joneses?
I
Like
don't
personally, right now,
Necessarily us, me and you are not so.
Wait, reword it. What do you mean?
like you said, especially with
dumb it
social,
down. Sorry, what?
Like, like when you say especially with social media, I'm saying like you guys personally,
Do you feel the pressure?
do you guys feel that pressure?
To be honest, no, not from social media, but just from interacting with friends and family.
Well, I feel like if you have any pressure from anybody outside of like from yourselves or, between you and him, then that's going to put even more pressure on him because then he has to live up to something.
Right.
But he won't hear it unless I tell him. Like,
Okay. So
but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a lot of other times that people has asked me about it, and I don't tell them because I know, like,
Right.
that feeling does suck. I get it. I totally get it because it hurts me. If it hurts me, of course it's gonna hurt him. But that's the sucky part, though. That's what we're saying is like between, females versus you guys. It's like we get that pressure so much harder than.
Yeah, I think too. Sometimes it's like it's when it comes to. There's obviously there's a lot of like, I wouldn't say fantasy. I think there's a lot of like a storybook type of ending.
Right.
You know when it
Right,
when
exactly.
it comes to the when it comes
expectations.
to no, I'm just saying like I guess you could call it expectations, but I think that sometimes guys they're just they don't want to admit that that's also part of the beauty of that relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think at some point they're always like they're scared to kind of show emotion. Like as Vince would say, I'm not thinking emotionally. I'm thinking logically. But if the girl presses and you start getting mad, guess what that is though? That's your fucking emotions too.
And you're taking away from that fairy tale that he's also probably having.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's like it's perfect. I think it's perfectly okay, like for a guy to also have those kind of dreams.
Yeah.
But guys sometimes they don't want to because it's not macho enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's even perceived in some like funny movies, right? The guy that's like into the wedding and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's true. It's perceived like a negative thing for the guy.
Now that you put it to that perspective too, like, because I told him, I was like, hey, when we get married, like, I would want to write our own vows if possible. He's like, I gotta fucking write my own vows. Like, I'm not good with my emotions and how to say it. I was like, you wrote my Mother's Day card beautifully.
Pressure, no pressure.
Yeah.
So Chat GPT.
Right?
Yeah. Listen, guys, that's big pressure writing your own vows. But trust me, you'll be able to write those.
Yeah.
Just-
It'll just
Did
kind
you?
of come.
Huh?
Did you?
I think so.
Oh,
He's blocked that out. Remember, we're blocking
sorry.
that.
Sorry.
I'm like,
I was just curious.
I probably did. Probably use some. I probably, my
I'm a
inner
hopeless romantic.
my-
Okay.
I am too.
a hopeless romantic.
I have no hope for romance. Same thing, right?
I had a question and then it left. That does that sometimes.
It's okay. It's been doing that.
I know. Thanks.
It's me too.
Oh, you too. I'm like, don't call me out.
Like,
man.
let me say, like when a guy, when it comes to emotions and like the dreaming, like if you were with your friend group, right, and he overhears, ain't that guy gonna marry you? I'm like, then the guy could just slide in and be like, I'm like, listen, ladies, I'm just waiting for us to have financial security, for us to go to Bali together, rent out a cabin.
Her friends would
be
shut the fuck
butt
up. though,
motherfucking,
for
yeah.
that.
be butt motherfucking naked as I give her both rings, the cock ring and the engagement ring.
Hey, best answer ever.
That's all you gotta say.
So note to guys, if you hear it, slide
This is
in.
how you.
No, but actually mean it though. I mean,
Right.
don't come in there with some BS fucking
True.
like, yeah, we're gonna go fly to the fucking Mars and
Yeah.
you know, you know
Not just Mars, the Mars.
because I was saying I was like the Philippine Islands, or but you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
bro, protect your squad too.
That makes me think of some. It triggered a memory in my head right now because my
You got proposed to?
No, my grandma. Yeah, I've been proposed to. We all know this.
Yeah.
No, not that. Now you're triggering a different thing. Stop. No, but my grandma's like, why don't you guys go to Vegas and just elope like that? Everybody else did in the family. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, can I just do it the way I want to do it?
Yeah, everyone always has an opinion.
Did you say that?
To my grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, nanai. No. I just said, we'll do it when we're ready. That's what I keep telling her. Like,
Yeah.
We'll do it. Just relax. It's okay.
Filipinos are weird. They just want you to get married for the sake of, so that they're not shamed themselves.
Yep.
Actually, my reaction, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but my reaction was, you don't want me to get married in a church? Bet. Perfect. That's what I told
Then
her.
she was like, never mind.
No, she was like, well, at least you're married.
Yeah.
Oh, I also heard that
nobody
Chuck E.
could-
Cheese does marriages too.
Do
now.
they really?
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
I saw
Chuck E.
that Chuck E.
Cheese.
Cheese you can have your wedding at Chuck E. Cheese.
in front of the band.
You have a live band there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
know-
saves you money, guys.
Yep.
The thing is like people are always going to talk shit no matter what the situation is. Because I just thought about it too with me. Even though I got married, right, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get married before I have this baby. I was pregnant when it was our wedding. Like, before this baby comes out, I'll be right with God. Like, the family's going to be approved.
Right.
At the end of it, there was still someone that said, well, she just fucking got married because she got pregnant.
Yeah.
There's always going to be like you can't win. There's always
Yeah.
going to have somebody. So it's really between you two.
Look, I heard it all. I heard, you got to get married before you have a baby because you don't want to have a bastard child. I go, I'm fucking here, assholes. Like, how could this child be a bastard?
Right?
My bastard kid is cute as fuck, first
Right?
off.
Exactly. That part.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of times people just portray their fucking, they project.
Project, yeah.
Their shit on you. Like your grandma doesn't want to have to hear from her friends that you
Right.
got married. I mean, sorry, that you have a child through wedlock or whatever fucking name they want to call it.
Yeah.
So they want you to get married so they don't feel the fucking pressure.
Yeah, it's true.
That's all it is. For live
I
your
said, stop going on Facebook and talking to them.
Okay, so then in conclusion,
Yes.
Don't
what-
get married.
don't have kids
What?
before marriage. I mean that solves it. I mean we can't. We
Okay,
all.
I think the conclusion is you guys should just love each other and do for each other what works for you. Like who gives a
Yeah.
fuck about the like wifey duties and
work as-
Why are
husband?
you attacking me?
work as a
what
team.
the fuck?
What I say?
I
Don't
know.
have a kid. Don't have a kid before getting married.
I did.
Oh.
I did too.
You did.
I did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying
I feel included now.
Yeah.
you didn't give me a chance to say we all did. I was trying to say, and you're like, don't fucking attack me.
It's good for the clips, you know.
But yeah, no.
I did it for the clip.
Build your team. You know, again, think of the team. The team is the most important thing. It's not about you. It's about the team. And hey, ladies, if you're doing the dishes, doing the laundry, doing the housework, earning money, and that motherfucker ain't doing shit, I don't know why you're asking him to marry you. Fuck.
That's actually some honest like advice right there, because that's a dude telling you that don't be with a piece of shit dude. You know, like
Love isn't enough.
Fuck, trust me, it's never enough.
no, it's not.
No.
Yeah. Vince, any final words besides showing the
Yeah.
scoreboard?
So if we were to recap, boys have been winning by a landslide.
You have really nice penmanship.
The women have
No,
been the girls are negative right now. We'll see in the next episode if they can redeem themselves.
And this is not at all biased. You know, it's not like the boys are keeping track of their own points at all.
Yeah, not at all.
This is very fair.
Well, in my defense, I didn't even know that shit was happening.
It's been happening ever since this episode. So we have we're winning. We'll keep score.
Well, in conclusion,
In conclusion, if you love her, fucking marry her. Like, but
Oh, I like the conclusion.
yeah,
But don't be a bitch either.
I'm sorry for being a bitch, but please marry me.
Right.
I'll cook you steak tomorrow.
I'm still single, guys.
Just kidding.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much again for tuning in to another episode of Be Uplifted. If you are in the San Diego area and you are looking to do meal prep, please go ahead and hit up Mikey's Meals and use our code TheBabes10. And if you want a really cool studio and you want to work with a guy that does the shimmy, hit up Vince at the Pixel
Yes.
Lounge SD.
That's a Vince shuffle.
Yep. And you have to look at the eyes. The eyes is like where it's at.
Yes. That's actually the way he flirts at y'all.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
his mating dance.
His mating day.
Like when penguins give the pebbles, that's
She actually turns into something cute.
When he gets up and he
She
shows
said,
his
"Oh,
breast.
all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Vince is ready to get married. He's doing his dance. You're next.
Oh.